It's Pat Misasi from Scalar Decisions here with Derek Power of AppDynamics. Today we're just going to spend a couple minutes talking about application performance management. Is it management?
Management.
And what that space is all about. Before we get it, I just want to give you a bit of an introduction to me, and then I'll let Derek introduce himself. I'm a sales rep at Scalar Decisions. Been in the industry for 30 years, spending the last 10 years here at Scalar, a systems integrator in the Toronto marketplace. Derek, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Derek Power. I'm a regional sales manager with AppDynamics based here in Toronto. And I've been in the application performance management space for the better part of a couple of years here, and it's changed even since I started. So.
Thanks, Derek. Yeah, you were in our office today talking about AppDynamics and the marketplace, and really impressed to the point where I wanted to create this video as being the first in my next series talking to industry experts about hot markets.
Right.
So with that, I just have a couple questions for you today.
Sure.
What is APM? What does it mean?
So APM has been around for a while. It stands for Application Performance Management, and essentially it is the technology that is designed to give application teams, development teams, QA teams, but primarily operations teams, visibility and control of their applications, the thing that is servicing their customers, the thing that is essentially in many cases the engagement point for their relationship with customers and prospects.
Great.
When I think about my relationship with my bank, my relationship with my kid's school, my relationship with most of the things that I frequent from a retail standpoint, that relationship is primarily digital. It starts there. I do most of my work there, and then I engage in person should I need to.
That's great.
So it really is the application that becomes the face of my particular bank to me.
And why is it so hot? Like, why does this matter to us?
I think I'm a reasonable norm as it relates to how people are dealing with applications. I would prefer that I can do most of what I need to do. I don't have enough time to do things in person at my bank. I deal with my bank at a digital level almost exclusively. I would say the same thing with a lot of my retail. So customers are in control of the relationship, and companies now recognize that they have to become a digital business. They have to become a software company in effect to compete. I mean, it comes down to the decision: do you choose to be Netflix or do you choose to be Blockbuster? Right? There's one of these companies that has been innovating and has really changed their destiny. And if you don't innovate in this space, you run the risk of pretty serious consequences.
Absolutely. Now, I'm a hardware guy or an infrastructure guy.
Yep.
Why is this application management measurement so hard?
It's an excellent question. So I guess
I thought so. That's why I asked.
Yeah. If you step back, even 5 years from today, most of the applications that were written were typical 3-tier. There was not a lot of places to look when an application started behaving badly. So if I had a login issue for a travel site, or I had a make trade issue for a financial site, it's either going to be something in the front end, the middle application tier, or the database.
Right.
There's only a few places to look. Application architectures now are exploding. So they're highly distributed, they're services oriented, they're very agile in terms of the amount and frequency of code being released into production. And there's just a variety, there's a huge amount of places to look for the issue. So operations teams are using infrastructure monitoring tools to try to figure out an issue in an application, and they have potentially 100 places, 100 haystacks to look for the needle. It's very complicated and complex. They end up having to support these application incidents with very expensive resources that would rather be innovating.
And that's why I'm in the hardware space.
Yeah, that's complicated.
So next question.
But Pat, just back to your space.
Sure.
Your space is deploying architectural models that are designed to support applications each and every time.
Absolutely.
They're not deploying cloud environments because it's cool to have distributed compute. They're deploying clouds because the development requirements of applications are so agile. They need to be able to build them quickly in frequency and deploy them out into the production space.
Sure.
So architecture and applications are together. We've got to be able to see the application and the architecture together with the transaction, login, search for, etc., together in context to find out where the issue actually is.
Yeah, great. One of my last questions is, like, why does Gartner rank AppDynamics so highly in this space?
We're thankful for it.
Sure.
But it's earned. So why I say that? Gartner's typical 2x2 quadrant, as you're well aware, is the left to right axis. The east-west axis is your vision, the completeness of your vision for the space. We're in the application performance management space. We are very well regarded in terms of our east-west axis from vision. The north-south axis is ability to execute. It's essentially the primary variable that is only determined by Gartner's conversations with your customers. So Gartner's going to go to our customer base and ask them, did AppDynamics provide the value that they claimed they did in the sales cycle? Did they deliver on the promise that you invested in when you bought AppDynamics? That's where we are the highest performer in terms of the quadrant. It's the reason why we're in that kind of top right position, and it's a testament to how well the product works and how well our customers are realizing success with it. It really is that simple.
Well, actually, with regards to the Gartner report, it's on your website. People want to go out and download it. Yep. I've put it on my Twitter, on my LinkedIn, and on my Facebook accounts. If people want to get the link to get that report on your website.
Certainly.
And last question: Can you tell me a little bit about a Canadian company using AppDynamics and some of their history with it?
Sure. I mean, we've got over 50 companies in Canada that are using AppDynamics, from the very biggest brands you could think of to smaller organizations that you probably never heard of. But I'll give you an example for a pizza company. You can find a case study on our website around this. But really, it's their website is a primary touch point for customers to engage with their business, and so is their call center. So they had an issue with an application outage on their website that prompted them to look at application performance management. They simply didn't have the tools to find it and fix it quick. And 90 minutes of application outage for a pizza delivery company on a Friday night, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost orders and potentially a loss of customer advocacy. Maybe they went and tried a competitor and they liked it. Heaven forbid. So they are using AppDynamics to make sure their website remains completely optimal. They've had a huge compression in time to resolve incidents and the number of incidents by using AppDynamics. And they've also used AppDynamics on their call center applications. So their resources in the call center, which are expensive, are optimized in terms of how quickly they're on the phone, how small the wait time is for customers, and how efficient they are as a call center operation.
Great. Well, Derek, I really appreciate you spending some time with me today, and with Scalar as well, and with the people out there.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I've learned a lot about AppDynamics. And just remember, if it was easy, anybody could do it. Thanks.
True that.